Okay, we're doing some deck testing. Um, Last night I was messing around and I already had like a deck that was very similar, but it wasn't as reliable. Um, so this one, I'm sure you can already guess what it is. It's the Line Cracker Druid that was like going around in Wild using the Auctioneer. Now, something to clarify, this did get nerfed because if I remember correctly, I think Auctioneer used to be 6 cost. Same stats and everything, but it was 6 cost, which made the combo a lot easier because you have a bunch of spells as Druid to mono ramp and then decrease the cost of spells. But as Druid, you don't have that many options to actually reduce the auctioneer cost, which, you know, is a problem because you want to get this thing out like as quick as possible so you can rotate through your deck, keep the cards you need in your hand, and continue rotating while you're looking. But now that's the 7 cost, although I do have 2 copies in here. It's a little bit harder to pull off because without mono ramp, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not impossible, but it's very close. But when you have Guff and New Heights, that gives you 2 options. 3 if you count both copies of New Heights, but that gives you 2 options to expand your mana so you can continue rotating as fast as possible, because in reality, it doesn't actually take that much mana to rotate through the deck. And then after that, you can just wait like a turn or 2, and then you can attempt to do the combo, basically. So anyways, that's what I'm doing. I know it seems counterproductive to have 40 cards in here. I thought the same thing, but when I tested it, for whatever reason, I guess it's because I can fit more card draw in here or something, but the 40 cards seem to work better for me personally, and I'm sure it's because I don't look at deck guides at all. I do all my own decks, so mine's probably a little bit more inefficient than it should be. But in any case, for whatever reason, for me personally, it just seemed to work better when I have 40 cards. Maybe it's the mixture of cards in here that just click better. I don't know. But that's what we're gonna be doing. We're just gonna be testing it. I did some testing last night for maybe an hour. The win rate on it, let me see how many I won. Because it wasn't that many games. It was only an hour. It was 50-50 actually. 4 different classes. One was priest, one was rogue, another druid. What was that last one? Oh, warrior. Yeah, druid, priest, rogue, warrior. I fought them all. I won against, and again, this is a very small sample group. It was only 4 games. Actually won against the priest pretty easy. It was very fast. Warrior I struggled with just a little bit. But to be fair, I think that warrior was a bot. So the only reason it says I struggled is because like he was just sitting there pressing his hero power the whole game. So like the turns and stuff were taking forever, you know. The druid I lost against, I don't remember what he was playing. The rogue I lost against, I think they were playing some type of aggro deck. Which this deck, like many other strong decks, beware of aggro. Worst enemy. Some decks deal well with aggro. Like the priest long form decks, they deal pretty well with aggro, surprisingly. But to be fair, priest is kind of, you know, it's kind of busted in wild. There's so many options for everything. In any case, I'll yap while I play, but also if you hear like banging or something in the background, I'm so sorry. There's like a massive storm here. There's like a tornado watch and everything out in northern Louisiana right now, so you know it's probably that. Okay, druid matchup. Okay, this could go either way. Druid is a very versatile class. They have aggro decks, they have slow decks, everything you need really. I will say though, this is a cracked start because I did start with Guff in my hand, so we'll definitely keep that. As weird as it sounds, I think I'm gonna re-roll Earthen Scales. And now you might be asking, why the hell would I do that? I need that card. That's exactly why, because I want to rotate through the deck and get everything in my hand. So I need as much card draw already in my hand when I start. Now, if you draw the linebacker, keep the linebacker or the Jade Idol, because you only get one shot at the Jade Idol. Because if you run two in here, it just messes up your tempo. So you only want to run one, because I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't matter when you draw it. The Jade Idol, it's actually better to draw it later. So I'm not super happy about having this in my hand, but
My greetings.
it is what it is. Now, he does have 40 cards in his deck, so it's probably a slow deck. Unless he's weird like me and just stuffed his rotate deck. Which, you know, fair enough. This also sounds weird, but I'm actually going to innervate and coin to get Guff out. Because why not? Now, ordinarily, you wouldn't do what I just did. Because it's better to save all the super low-cost spells in your hand until you draw Auctioneer. But obviously, you're limited by hand space, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, he rammed. I thought for sure he was gonna... Okay. Anyways. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, so... That's actually really good, that I got that in my hands. I really wanted to get Prince out of my hand, but it's okay, I'll do it this turn. Maybe. Oh, he also has Guff. Is he might be playing the armor thing. He did that backwards though, because he was supposed to play New Heights after, but he played New Heights before. I don't know why. Unless he ramped specifically for, well, no, because he already had like 7 or 8 mana, maybe 9. Yeah, I don't know why he did that. It's not important though. Nice. That's actually really good. Okay, so now I need to focus more on ramp, less on rotate, because I have Auctioneer in my hand. I will say one thing about this deck, you have to be super careful. Because if you're not, you'll like burn one of the cards you need. Like for example, I'm running, where is it? Yeah, I'm running Arcanite Revelation just because it's a 1-cost draw card, reduce spell cost by 1. Which synergizes really well with this deck, of course. But when you use this, it's actually draw 2, -1 on half the cards. So you draw 2 instead of 1, which can seriously fuck you up. So just make sure you're watching. That's good. 7 cards in my hand. I'm gonna have 8. It's fine though, I guess. Very nice. Very, very nice. I would even argue that was perfect. Play that next turn. I don't need it right now. Okay, I think we're good. Assuming he doesn't do anything insane this turn. No? He does have 10 mana left, though. He's running... I think he's playing the same thing as me. Yeah, he has to be, because he's Seriously? Oh, is he playing mill? That might not be good. Don't burn win condition, please. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's do it.
I got the best deals anywhere. His reign ends now.
We have a problem because my hand is full. Let's do this. Okay, well I got the other option here, so it doesn't matter. I think I have all the win conditions in my hand actually, because that wasn't Magnus Engine, I was just drawing. I do actually. Yeah, 2, 4, 5. That's all the cards, and I have the mono reduction thing in my hand. I would prefer him to kill something. Well, I do have damage. No, I don't. I lied. I do not. Now, just keep in mind that, like, if I was fighting an aggro deck, please kill something. Yes, he reset the board. Okay. Keep in mind that if I was fighting an aggro deck, that I probably would have been at half health or less. I could have been dead for certain decks already. As a matter of fact, I probably could have been dead like 2 turns ago if it was a really, really solid and consistent aggro deck. So just remember that this deck is play at your own risk. The combo isn't inconsistent by any means, but at the same time, some of those aggro decks have gotten extremely consistent. Yeah, we got him. Also, little tip, keep a Jade Idol in your hand. Just in case. You never know what's going to happen. I prefer to always keep at least one in my hand. Because, seriously, sometimes they'll destroy the Jade Idols in your deck, but it doesn't apply to your hand. Unless they use, like, 2 separate spells. And one of the things that just destroys cards added to your deck is actually a neutral card. So all classes can run it. Be very careful. Okay, I don't know why he's using due process, because that's actually gonna shoot him in the foot. He doesn't know that, but that's actually a really bad idea against me, because I already have nothing but Jade Idols in my deck. And actually, I'm gonna take it a step farther and do this. Make sure you shuffle a few back, because if you don't, you'll regret it. Like I said, I just need like one in my hand to be safe. And you want to play as many as possible, even when the board is max, because you can't see it, but deck tracker, it still stacks, like the stats. Let me do this, and then one more time. So actually I ended with 2 in my hand, and then +2 process, so it doesn't matter what he kills now, he's screwed. It actually is making me draw, which is really bad for him. This is another reason I like this deck, is because like the mill decks completely backfire. If it's a late game mill deck. Now if it's a early mid game mill deck, it will probably mess you up pretty bad, because how do I explain this? Because it'll burn your win condition. Because again, you can only hold 10 cards, and really it's 9, because you wanna have 9 draw 1. But if they do shit like this where it's making you draw constantly, that can really mess you up like super bad. When you're trying to get everything into your hand, it can mess up your draw tempo, which can be devastating. You won't pull off this combo. Now, if I were him, personally, I wouldn't clear the board. The reason being, because I'm gonna fill it with Jade Idols. Oh, that was unexpected. I mean, it doesn't matter when he switches out at this point. Oh, he actually didn't go for the idols. This is actually the first time I've seen this deck. I've heard of this deck. It's the first time I've seen it. I was wondering why he was like rotating without Jades. But of course now it makes sense.
Is someone there? Nobody there.
It's burning again.
But I'm not gonna lie, he might be too late.
Why do you call?
Oh, maybe not. They have taunt. Well, I mean, I don't know if it matters, because that's a lot of armor he has to get through, honestly. Shuffle like this many back. Play the rest. And then I'll draw 1 to keep in my hand.
This must be the way.
So it's not impossible for him to beat me, I don't think. But I do think that it would be very rough, because he's only got about 55 armor, and I have, 2,500. So while it's not impossible, I do think it would be very rough. We might see this draw out to the turn limit. I've had that happen. Assuming that my 30/30 Jades can fight whatever he's gonna summon. That's assuming.
I'll start this show.
But actually, if he doesn't kill something here, I think he's dead. maybe. I would personally strike 13-11, yeah. Okay. Yeah, strike the lowest also, so I am forced to use the 9-8 to clear the 1-3. Thing is, I think I break his armor this turn either way, or very close. I think.
You are not the boss of me.
This is another reason that Gup's perfect for this, because after I play everything in my hand, I can put the 1 back into my hand. He's a perfect hero for this. So he has to clear 1, 2, 3, 4. He has to clear 4 of the minions, all the big ones. So the 12, 15, 16, and 17 he has to clear. Because this is 21, 29. So yeah. If he misses even one of the large minions, he's dead. I do think the deck he's running can be a contender against this one, though, because it's not like he's doing bad or anything. He's stacking very fast. But it's just that the Jade Idols, due to the due process that he played, and then they doubled up on top of that. I'm drawing so many Jades that, like, he can't quite keep up with the Jade scaling. But I do think that the deck he's running will eventually outscale. I just don't know how long it would take. Ooh. Okay, smart. Oh. Is he dead? I think he is. We will find out. Yeah. I didn't even count it, but I could just kind of tell. It was a good game. So this deck is consistent. Granted, I did have a really, really good hand because I started with Guff. But it is pretty consistent. I might switch out a few cards. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what to switch out. I do think the Gaslight Gatekeeper is debatable. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've seen Deck Tracker mention that when this shuffles back into the deck, a few of the cards it shuffles get stuck at the bottom sometimes. So that might be not great, because like if you have to shuffle Linecracker or one of the other win conditions like these, if you have to shuffle that back and it gets stuck at the bottom, then basically you have to blow through your entire deck with a half full hand to get the Linecracker to pull off the combo. So it might clog your tempo. But anyways, for now, it's fine. I've only ever had to use it once or twice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. If you think that like there's something better I could do, or maybe get it down to 30 cards, I guess let me know. Because again, I don't look up deck guides or anything. It's just I've played Hearthstone for so long that I can kind of gather what's being used and stuff, or how to formate decks to where they're pretty decent. My decks are not perfect by any means. They most likely will not carry you to Legend. But they definitely could bring you to high gold or maybe even a rank above that. But like I said, if you have any suggestions or something that could be swapped out, whatever, feel free to just let me know. Because I think it's an interesting take on the Line Cracker combo. Anyways, see you.